a lot of controversy right now with like being on the TIME100 list.
It's a ridiculous joke. She shouldn't be there. She has no influence over anyone.
Right. I mean,
Life was influenced most by my mother. Sitting here tonight, Willie Elaine McAlpin.
Oh, Blake's mother! Oh, this is, again, one of the dumbest PR moves. Just a woman who is in denial, attempting to gaslight the entire world who is witnessing what's actually happening. Yeah, it's for Justin.
At the TIME100 Gala, Megyn Kelly didn't mince words when asked about Blake Lively, saying she has no influence over anyone. The blunt comment caught many off guard, especially at such a celebratory event. But Kelly went even further, accusing Lively of misusing the Me Too movement, a claim that stirred immediate controversy. Her remarks have reignited discussions about celebrity influence and how stars use their platforms in sensitive movements.
I mean, I think she launched a fake Me Too allegation against him, and she's lived to regret doing it because virtually every allegation she has made has fallen apart. And so for her to be honored for doing that, to try to ruin a man over absolutely nothing, is a scandal.
yeah.
And obviously they're looking for big stars to come here and generate pages on their magazines, but that was very wrong.
The TIME100 Gala, known for its elegance and celebration, took an unexpected turn when Megyn Kelly broke away from the usual glitz and praise. What started as a night of recognition quickly shifted into a storm of controversy after Kelly made a bold public dig at actress Blake Lively. As celebrities walked the red carpet and posed for cameras, Kelly initially blended into the scene. But when asked by a reporter who she was excited to see, her reply stunned onlookers. "It's a ridiculous joke. She shouldn't be there. She has no influence over anyone." That sharp comment was aimed directly at Lively, who was being honored that very evening as one of Time's most influential people. This wasn't a private opinion whispered in passing. It was a calculated statement delivered loud and clear to the press. Even more confusing, just moments before, Kelly had reportedly talked about wanting a selfie with both Lively and Meghan Markle, praising them for giving her hours of content. The quick shift from flattery to criticism raised eyebrows and sparked confusion. Why publicly celebrate someone's impact on your work, only to publicly dismiss their relevance minutes later? Inside the event, Lively was likely unaware of the brewing drama. But outside, a high-profile guest was telling the world she didn't deserve to be there. In the world of celebrity, there's often an unspoken agreement to keep harsh opinions under wraps at events like this. Kelly's decision to ignore that norm made her comments all the more striking. And the controversy didn't stop there. Kelly went on to accuse Lively of misusing the Me Too movement, an allegation that took the tension from personal criticism to something much deeper. With that, the conversation shifted from red carpet drama to serious questions about public advocacy, authenticity, and the role celebrities play in shaping social change.
I have so much to say about the last 2 years of my life, but tonight is not the forum.
So, does that mean she's going to do an Oprah interview? Oh my God, bring it on!
What I will speak to separately is the feeling of being a woman who has a voice today.
Sorry, I keep interrupting, but I got a commentary, and I'm so sick of her saying, "A woman who has a voice today," as if she didn't have a voice previously. Girl, you have one of the loudest voices I've seen in Hollywood. You stole the entire damn movie from Justin. You threatened him. "I will not promote this unless I get this. I will not do this unless you get that. I will not sign that until I get this." You have the biggest voice I've seen. I've watched far too many interviews. You're all about authorship and getting your way. So don't you dare keep trying to play like you are a woman that doesn't have a voice.
And since I could speak, because of the pain, caution, and fight of the many women who have paved the way and the men who stood beside them.
Oh, thank you all women for allowing me to take this man's movie and be a mean girl and do whatever I want. Thank you, women. I hope you're proud of me now. Are you proud, women? Let me know in the comments as you're watching.
Millions I will never know the name of, because every life, every act, big or small, affects another. Before I say more, I want to warn that I will speak about tonight covers trauma, so please feel free to step away if you need.
Yeah, just leave the gala. Go into the lobby, I guess. And sorry, because I got to share a story to help my PR.
My life was influenced most by my mother. Sitting here tonight, Willie Elaine McAlpin.
Oh, Blake's I don't know what's worse, when celebrities need affection or if they need to have now their parents get affection.
She's an eternal optimist, and she's always leaving me messages, hooping and hollering and saying, "What? Life's just a bowl of cherries." It's true, always. And she'll get your number tonight. She'll leave you those messages, so please be warned.
Oh my God, steer clear. Steer clear, people.
But at her urging and her unwavering bravery, she wanted me to share with you that she is a survivor of the worst crime someone can commit against a woman.
She's using the Time 100 Gala to reveal this? Girl, did you forget you had a whole movie about this that you refused to talk about? That literally, someone's like, what do people do if they have this and they want to talk about the subject matter? Oh, they can get my social security number or my location share. I don't know. Like, you did everything in your power to avoid this topic. And you had a mom who went through it, and now you're dropping it out during this whole drama that's backfired on you, and you thought this is the time and place? And how convenient that People Magazine's there with their iPhone to catch and post this evening. Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
I've watched her conceal her raw and undeserved shame my entire life. So as her daughter, being asked to share this today is monumental.
Thanks, Mom, for giving me your moment so I can look like a victim through you. This is like when Amber took her assistant story. You guys remember? I didn't think that she could get worse, but I'm speechless.
We name it, we change it. Just as our fellow Time 100 honoree, the incredible Giselle Pellicot, put it to every woman who understood, it's not for us to have shame, it's for them.
Megyn Kelly's red carpet comments about Blake Lively took a much more serious turn when she uttered 4 words that stopped everyone in their tracks. Fake Me Too allegation. What started as a blunt celebrity jab quickly escalated into a public accusation that could have lasting consequences for Lively. Criticizing someone's influence is one thing, but questioning their integrity in connection with such a powerful movement is something else entirely. The Me Too movement represents far more than a hashtag. It gave countless survivors a long overdue chance to be heard. So when Kelly accused Lively of falsely invoking the movement in connection to her It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni, it struck a nerve. This wasn't a vague hint or a rumor tossed around quietly. Kelly spoke directly and with certainty, claiming Lively had already come to regret it, and that many of her claims had fallen apart. It was a direct challenge to Lively's honesty, professionalism, and personal values. False allegations don't just hurt reputations, they weaken the very foundation of movements meant to protect real victims. That's why Kelly's words had such weight. Her own past includes speaking out about misconduct at Fox News, so she's not unfamiliar with the risks of coming forward. Her perspective carries personal weight, which only amplifies the seriousness of her accusations. Even more striking was the confidence with which she spoke, almost as if she had insider knowledge. By making such claims publicly and without hesitation, Kelly exposed herself to potential backlash or even legal consequences, suggesting she fully believes in the truth of what she said. Up until now, the reported friction between Lively and Baldoni was chalked up to creative differences. But Kelly's claim flips that narrative entirely, hinting at something far more serious. If her allegations are true, the consequences for Lively could be significant. Her public image, built on authenticity, strength, and advocacy, could start to crumble. Kelly's comments challenge the very core of that image, leaving fans, critics, and the entertainment industry to ask, who is the real Blake Lively?
Megyn Kelly literally doing a drive-by on the ops. Is this why Ryan was pissed off last night? Now, if you haven't seen my video that I did about the whole gala and the speech she gave, I found a clip where Ryan is pretty pissed off, and it looks like at Blake. Like you got to watch it. Maybe I'm interpreting it wrong, but a lot of you agree with that. But let's listen to what our good sis Megyn Kelly has to say, because it is absolutely hilarious.
So who are you most looking forward to seeing tonight?
Well, I'm definitely hoping for some sort of a selfie in the distance with both Blake Lively and Meghan Markle, since they provided me with so many hours of content.
There's a lot of controversy right now with Blake being on the Time 100 list.
It's a ridiculous joke. She shouldn't be there. She has no influence over anything.
Right. I mean, what do you think of when you read headlines like every day about her and Justin?
I mean, I think she launched a fake Me Too allegation against him, and she's lived to regret doing it because virtually every allegation she has made has fallen apart. And so for her to be honored for doing that, to try to ruin a man over absolutely nothing, is a scandal.
Yeah.
And obviously they're looking for big stars to come here and generate pages on their magazines, but that was very wrong.
Right. Are you going to be avoiding her inside because she's expected to be here with Ryan?
I have a feeling she's going to be avoiding me. I won't be avoiding anybody.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. And what do you think of her new movie, Another Simple Favor? People are saying she's feuding with Anna. Do you believe that?
I couldn't care less, but I do care when people bastardize Me Too allegations against, people who don't deserve it. And I think, notwithstanding the fact that they can lawyer up with very powerful PR people and lawyers and so on, we have to be very clear-eyed on what looks real and what doesn't, and call it out when it isn't. Otherwise, no one who's actually experienced these things is going to be believed.
And what do you think of Hugh Jackman and Taylor being dragged into this? Do you think it's unfair or?
Well, I mean, look, either Taylor Swift is her dragon or she isn't. I don't know. That's what Blake Lively says, so I guess I'll have to take her at her word, even though I really shouldn't. So if I were Taylor, I'd speak out about it. Obviously, she's reportedly distanced herself from Blake Lively.
Megyn Kelly's criticism of Blake Lively has morphed into something much bigger, a bold challenge to the TIME 100 Gala itself and what it truly represents. In Kelly's eyes, the annual event isn't so much a celebration of genuine impact as it is a carefully packaged PR machine dressed up as journalism. She argues that the gala, and the list it promotes, caters more to brand deals and advertisers than to honoring real-world change-makers. According to Kelly, it's not just about Lively making the list. It's about a system that prioritizes fame and marketability over substance. She paints the event as a glossy showcase designed to generate buzz and add revenue rather than meaningful recognition. Time magazine, long respected for its editorial integrity, is now, according to Kelly, trading that reputation for influence measured in likes and sponsorships. Kelly highlights this issue by comparing honorees like Simone Biles, a decorated Olympian and mental health advocate, to Lively, who's recently been in headlines more for fashion campaigns and celebrity status than societal contributions. To Kelly, this contrast isn't just awkward, it exposes the shifting values of what society now defines as influential. And Kelly isn't speaking from the sidelines. With years of media experience, she understands how editorial choices are influenced behind the scenes, how corporate partnerships and social metrics increasingly dictate who gets celebrated. That's what makes her critique so sharp. It's coming from someone who knows how the machine works. Her concerns stretch beyond individual names to the integrity of the entire list. In her view, putting Hollywood stars alongside human rights champions and scientific pioneers blurs the line between real impact and trending popularity. This, she argues, waters down public trust and erodes the meaning of such honors. Ultimately, Kelly's remarks suggest the TIME 100 Gala may be less about celebrating excellence and more about sustaining a profitable cycle. Celebrities draw attention, attention draws advertisers, and advertisers bring in revenue. And in that cycle, the original purpose of honoring those who truly move the world may be fading into the background.
And Ryan and her mother decided to attend the TIME 100 Gala. There they are. Look, I gotta be honest, they are trying so hard. All these photos are just so ridiculous. Look at the gown. This photo really took the cake for me. And I don't know if you noticed over here. Who is this woman? She is my spirit animal because she wants nothing to do with this malarkey. She's like, oh God, get me out of here. Now this one right here, you're gonna see in a second, that's Leslie Sloan. There she is. Here's my hero. Whoever, I don't know who that is, but I love her stone face. And there's Leslie Sloan, which we get for the first time. She doesn't tend to like to be in the press, but we're gonna put her in the press. There she is with Blake's mother, Ryan on the red carpet as they get ready for photo ops, having a good time. Look how much fun they are having at the red carpet event, because, that's what couples who are suffering with traumatic, crippling fear and harassment do, is they go out and smile for cameras and act like there's nothing happening, Ryan looks terrified. Like, Ryan genuinely stuck between these women. All a PR stunt. I'm like uncomfortable. I'm visibly uncomfortable watching them sort of force themselves to event. So we were all asking, why are they at this event?
The 2025 TIME100 Gala, known for its elegance and celebration of global achievers, took an unexpected turn when Blake Lively took the stage and gave a speech that caught everyone off guard. Instead of focusing on her career or accomplishments, Lively chose to share a deeply personal story about her mother's experience with assault more than 40 years ago. She began with a trigger warning, acknowledging the sensitivity of the topic, and shifted from celebration to emotional vulnerability in a matter of seconds. While the message was heartfelt, many in the room felt the timing was strange. The gala typically highlights influence and impact, yet Lively's story, however powerful, seemed disconnected from the evening's purpose. This raised questions about why she chose that moment to share such a private experience, especially when it didn't clearly link to her own contributions. Megyn Kelly quickly responded, suggesting the moment felt more like a calculated move than a sincere one. She emphasized that the topic itself is serious, but questioned whether Lively was using it to shift public focus during a difficult time. Kelly had previously accused Lively of making a questionable claim involving her it-ends with us co-star Justin Baldoni, which already had fans and critics talking. The emotional mood in the room gave way to discomfort, with guests reportedly unsure how to react. What followed only intensified the scrutiny. Weeks later, a massive 125-page lawsuit filed by Baldoni's production company, Wayfarer, and team member Jennifer Au revealed disturbing claims. The lawsuit named Stephanie Jones, Baldoni's former publicist who later joined Lively's camp, as a central figure in the dispute. Jones was accused of accessing private digital accounts, spreading false rumors, and even using so-called psychic predictions as a basis for personal attacks. Among the most hurtful claims were deeply personal comments made about AL's life and health, claims Al has completely denied. These alleged actions, according to the lawsuit, caused serious harm both personally and professionally. Even more concerning were allegations that Lively's own company, Banson Incorporated, had secretly filed a lawsuit months earlier to gain access to private communications between Baldoni, Al, and their crisis team. These documents suggest that personal photos, emails, and texts may have been obtained without consent, raising major concerns about privacy and ethics. While Lively has yet to publicly address these claims, Jones's legal team has dismissed them as exaggerated and misleading. Meanwhile, Wayfarer is reportedly working on a documentary to present their side of the story, complete with evidence and witness accounts aimed at countering Lively's public narrative. Adding to the drama, rumors of a falling out between Lively and Taylor Swift have started to swirl. Although neither has confirmed it, insiders suggest Swift has quietly pulled away from the friendship. Megyn Kelly even commented, saying Swift's silence could be seen as support, or at least hesitation to stand by Lively. Now, as more legal documents emerge and Hollywood insiders weigh in, Blake Lively faces growing doubts about her public image. Once known for her charm and relatability, she's now confronting serious questions about credibility, influence, and integrity. Whether these accusations prove true or not, it's clear that the narrative she once controlled is beginning to slip from her hands.
I'm taking a moment to really process and accept the fact she used this as an opportunity to now try to paint herself as a survivor. To all the survivors who watch, I know we have a lot in our audience. I'd like to hear your comments. Please, if there's a video to comment on, please share your comments. I may actually share some of them in a future video. How do you feel after Miss Blake Lively is now putting herself as the face of survivors and women? Now, I want to go through the real speech. Here's the entire toast. Thank you so much for having me tonight. As an honoree amongst you all, as well as those who've come before, is surreal and deeply significant. In a time where the most valuable currency seems to be anger, it feels like an act of defiance to commune and celebrate all the good that is alive in the world, and the many here tonight who either challenge the system and or show us that magic exists on Earth in their gifts, talents, bravery, art, and life, or anybody rich enough to have sway to get this award for giving a donation 6 years ago because you got married on a plantation. I added that part. That wasn't in there, but I'll continue. Tonight, I applaud each of you. It's an interesting thing to be called influential. It's that for you to be called influential, it's very interesting. It most definitely is an honor, but what does influence mean? By definition, it's the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something. So you just, the behavior just taking people over, right? Is that what it is? To have an effect that not only is an honor, it's a significant responsibility. How we use that is what matters. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that someone talking about someone who overuses it? Who and what we stand for, what we stay silent about, and what we monetize versus what we actually live. This girl tried to throw in what we monetize. You monetized a movie about DV. You promoted an alcohol brand and your hair care line to be about this movie, and you wanted it to be light and floral, so you didn't have to get into the deep, it's so depressing topic.
What's happening between Megyn Kelly and Blake Lively is more than just a celebrity clash. It touches on a much deeper and more serious conversation. Kelly's pointed criticism, accusing Lively of misusing the Me Too movement, highlights a growing concern about how public figures engage with social causes. Having spoken about her own experiences, Kelly knows the importance of protecting the integrity of such movements. When celebrities are perceived to be using these platforms for personal gain, it doesn't just affect their image, it can also erode public trust in the movement itself. That loss of trust makes it harder for real survivors to come forward, be heard, and find justice.